Hey, you all, it's your girl here, Tammy C. Walker, the owner of Dreams Are a Reality. I created this channel to provide light and love. How you all doing? I'm doing good. This one is for my ladies. We want to talk about embracing where you are in life. Thank you, new subscribers. You all are rocking and rolling in so fast I could barely keep up. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for the comments, the love, the likes, all that good stuff. I really appreciate you all. I gotta talk slower. I talk fast. Embracing where you are. I wanted to do this for the ladies because I know how we are. When I do these videos, I'm talking to myself as well as you, and it gets hard sometimes. Even 30-some-year-old women I've read on Reddit or Quora, they'll be like, I'm 35. Is it too late for me to start a new career? I'm 30 something. Is it over for me? And we are so hard on ourselves. It is almost unthinkable how hard we are, how we beat ourselves up. And I know I'm the same way at times. I'm really hard on myself, and I put pressure on myself because I am a single woman, and I feel like if it's got to be, it's up to me. And with some regard, it's so true. But we still have to, even when it's hard, we must allow room for grace. We got to. So I wrote down a few topics that I think we really need to allow grace in these areas. Let's just get on into it. Our age. Some women, they are not embracing getting older. Today I was driving home and I saw an older couple walking together, and boy, looked like they were struggling. But what I loved is they were walking together, this little older couple. Looked like he was moving slow and she was moving slower. I don't know who was the slowest, but I admired that they were holding hands and getting that thing done. Look, you all, if we don't embrace our age, we die. If we don't get that 1 year older, we die. If you did not turn older in January, February, March, if you don't get older in April through December, you're no longer here. The only thing we can do with age, well, there's many things we can do. We can take good care of our body, and I always talk about the same things on my videos. Get yourself a good facial regimen. I know it's tough sometimes. You might have sensitive skin. I had a period where I was getting breakouts. I was looking at some of I watch my own videos. I was looking at a couple of my older videos, not that old, year or two old, and I had pimples, along the chin line. So I know all about it. But you got to take care of your skin because it's going to start, gravity is going to set in, and it can start going downward. That's just life. If we don't get older, we die. But it's not about feeling bad about age. You gotta have that confidence for yourself. Men, and I just spoke about that. I don't even want to get it really into that because that's really not positive energy. But men that beat up women because they're older, that's not the type of man that we're interested in anyway, because they're getting older too. And both genders can not age gracefully. It's all up to us. I always speak about Miss Laura, my dear friend, and like God auntie, who is 95 years old. When I go visit her, she cooks dinner. This lady is 95 years old. My uncle is 71. And women in their 40s and 30s, like my uncle, is very attractive, youthful looking guy. So it's all about what you feel you are. As I told you all in another video, there's a guy in my job, he's 50 and he acts as if he's like 80 something. And he's like, oh, wait till you get 50. I said, oh, honey, I'm over 50. I didn't say honey. Oh, God, I didn't say honey. I said, I'm over 50. He's like, oh, I never would have known that. Yeah, I am. Because I don't harp on that, oh, I'm 50. I'm old. No, it's a movement. It's a mindset. You only as old as you think you are. If you think you're old, you are. If you think you're young, you are. It's up to you. So don't let nobody beat you up about aging. What you need to do is take care of your mind, body, and soul. That's the best thing you could do with age. Watch the stress, watch the drama, get your boundaries together. Make sure you keep your hair nice all the way down to your toes. Do some type of exercise, try to eat better, drink your water, get your rest, and watch the stress. Get your rest and watch the stress. All right, let's get on to number 2. You got to keep your body together. You know, when you don't feel good, you don't look good at times when you don't feel good. Look at me. I have a banquet to go to in over a month, and here I am scrambling for the outfit. Why? Because I was used to being a size 4. I was a size 5, 6 for years, little bitty thing. And now I got all this extra weight on me. And when I keep on like a dummy trying to order stuff through the mail, you know they not fitting these curves, not these curves that I got. So I need to go in person and properly try my stuff on. But we have to take care of our body. And I know the summertime is a good time for me because I can get out there. I love walking. That is like my thing. And then don't tell them. I use my students. I tell them I'm going to teach them tennis, but it's really for me. So I get exercise. I'm kidding. I like to expose my girls to tennis because I know inner city, girls, they're not playing tennis like they are out here in the suburbs by me. So these are times where I can get my body looking a bit better. So what do you do for exercise? Is it Zumba? Are you hitting that gym? You can do stuff at home. There's no better exercise than using your own body, doing squats and I do this a lot in the washroom sometimes. I just do the type bow arm, but it really does tone your arms. My arms used to be more cut than this. And I have tennis arms too. Tennis helps, but I'm not in optimum shape right now. But whatever you can do, yoga is one of the best exercises you can do. But tennis is simply awesome. You are working your ankles, your feet, you're all the way up to, your head, your eyeball coordination, your neck. So that's my jam right there. I love volleyball too. Ooh, love volleyball, but tennis is my number one. So bike riding, swimming, whatever you can do, use them grandbabies, use them nieces and nephews, use your pets, and use them to exercise. But you want to keep your body together. That's what keeps your mind together. I'm not going to tell you what I did yesterday. I don't know, you all. I had some type of anxiety. Why did I walk 17,000 steps? I try to do 10,000 a day. Most of the time, I'm doing 5 through 8,000. 17,000. I was on the phone and I'm just walking and I'm walking. It was Sunday. 17,000. What was it? What? Anyway. You also want to work on your finances. That's another thing. And sometimes we're not where we want to be financially. And all of us can say since COVID that things really shot up. Anything you go to do, anything, car insurance went up. I know you all know this. Of course, I knew my rent was going to go up. It did. Just think of anything. And it went up. Altoids. I buy Altoids all the time. My nephew was like, nobody paying attention to Altoids. I said, I am because I buy them. And so I knew they were $1.99. And I think now they're like $3.29. There's something. They went up. So all of us are feeling that pinch. You do your best with your finances and watch your spending because I know I could spend too. I had gotten to a mode where I was spending just way too much. So if I even go to the store and just buy food to eat 2 to 3 times a week, I'm saving money. So whatever you can do to cut back, watch your finances. And if you're in a jam right now, things are tight, stay the course. That's one thing I like about, if you get in a jam or things get a little tight, next thing you know, you see an opening. So don't beat yourself up about your finances. Do a budget. I do my budget every month and I pay my bills accordingly. Do your best. That's all you can do. If you can get you a little part-time job or do some overtime, that always helps. Hey, I work 2 jobs. I've been working 2 jobs for a minute. And at first I was working my second job to stay in the social work field. Then I got into the social work and counseling field full time. And I just was working a job that was kind of like my spending money or savings money. Stuff that got so high, I depend on that second job. So yeah, whatever you can do. Let's move on. What about you're raising kids. I'm not a mom, but I'm an auntie. And a lot of my friends have kids and my relatives have kids. And I know it's a big chore, a big responsibility. It takes a lot. to raise kids. It takes a lot to have to discipline and use your money to feed them and clothe them. And I know you had them, but it still doesn't make it easy. And like one of my friends said, being a mom is hard. Some days you just don't feel like being called mom, but they're going to call you mom anyway because they need something. So give yourself a pat on the back and go and dust your shoulder off for being that mom. But don't forget to take care of you in the midst of all of that. And if you're a caregiver, I was a caregiver before, it zaps the life out of you. You know, my mom passed away, oh God, it's coming up on 12 years ago, and I can't believe it. And I would take a shift with her on Monday, spend the night. My sister would do Tuesday. I would do Wednesday. She would do Thursday. We had my niece helping out and my sister. And it took a lot out of us. That's how I ended up getting sick again the second time because I was so stressed out trying to care for mom. That's a tough job. So hats off to every caregiver that's watching. Please do some form of self-care because you too can get stressed out and become ill. We don't want that. And God bless you for what you're doing because I know that's not easy. But some people, they'll say, I can't do that. I'm not strong enough. I don't want to see them like that. But you all know if you have a good mom or dad or relative, they would do the same for you. So we got to, being a caregiver is an honor. We got to do what we got to do. We really do. What about your health? You know, I kind of touched on that, but make sure you're doing these things that we're supposed to be doing. Our annual. Make sure you get your teeth clean. That's important because you don't want your teeth to decay, or maybe you have a cavity, you ignore it, it becomes a root canal. See, this is more money. Every time you ignore something, it's just going to get worse. There's no way around it. Your teeth are part of your digestive system. Are you getting your mammograms? This is so important. As a two-time breast cancer survivor, and I was an advocate, and I still will always rally behind breast cancer survival. Um, you really do have to get those mammograms. I think the age it was 40. I think it's lowered to 35. I do believe. Colonoscopy is 45. It was 50. We lost our Chadwick Boseman, and this really brought forth colon cancer. I had my colonoscopy a couple of years ago, and I've been, trying to get my relatives to do the same that are over 50. It's very important. Your pap smear, all of this stuff. You can do your self breast exam. Make sure your blood pressure is good. You wouldn't believe how many people 35 and under or 35 and over that take blood pressure pills. Do something. Water, 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 water. I don't drink a lot of water at work because I don't have time to go to the washroom 12 times. When I come home, I really try to maximize the water. Vitamins, I take them every morning. I take another little round when I come home in the evening. And this is why, knock on wood, I don't get too many colds because I keep my body with a bunch of vitamins. So do what you can to take care of that body. That's really, really, really important. Your health. What about your relationship status? Sometimes we beat ourselves up because we're 35. I want to have kids. I don't have kids. Maybe you'll have them at 38. Sometimes it's 39. We gotta remember to embrace where we are. And I know it's not easy, you all. I had great plans for myself. I got married at 22 years old. I never thought I would be divorced by 29 and not remarry. Now that was not in the cards for me. There's a lot of things I didn't think was in the cards for me. But guess what? Here am I. We have to remember, if we believe we are here for a reason and everything is not going to line up how you want it. I could be like that. I remember I went to Nashville and I went to see certain cousins. Some were out of town. Some was this, some was that. And I started getting kind of down. I was like, man, I haven't been there in years and I'm not going to get to see this cousin and that cousin. I was like, girl, life goes on. They busy. The world don't stop because you come to Nashville. And it was like, people had passed, like my dear cousin, his grandma had passed away. And I wasn't talking about him per se, but it was like I just wanted to see all my cousins. But it ended up being a really nice trip. Thank God. And I did get to see my cousin too. He ended up coming back home, right before I left out. So it worked out. But we have to embrace where we are. And with relationship status, you may be coming out of a marriage. You may be getting ready to enter into one. You may be getting ready to meet somebody. We don't know what the future holds. You may be single, for a little while. We need to embrace where we are and stay where you are until you get the opportunity to move to the next, phase of your life. But don't beat yourself up, and please don't compare yourself with somebody else that's your age. That's where social media really throws people off. I was on social media. How many times you all heard that? I was on social media. I saw some friends my age. They looked like they were doing so much better. Now you all know that stuff fake. Everybody's putting pictures of trips on there or with their boyfriend or with their husband, but they're not telling you they're on the brink of divorce. They're not telling you they sleep separate. All these things that we know happen. So don't let social media do that to you. These celebrities post all this PDA affection, and then next thing you know, they're getting a divorce the next week. So just stay in your lane. Put your blinders on. Do like this. It's my microphone bag. I don't know why I got it in my hand. Put your blinders on and just pay attention to yourself. I just try to focus on me. I got so much stuff to do. I don't even have time to worry about what the next woman or man doing. 2 loads of clothes right now need to be folded. I got to finish drying another load. I got notes to do for my second job, and I'm studying for an exam. And the party hasn't even started yet. And I'm going to watch my Bulls. There's always something to do. So you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. Embrace where you are in your relationship, and it's going to all come together. Yeah, basically, I just said what I was going to say. Comparing in social media, it is what it is. My sister is married 20, 4 years? I can't keep up. I want to say. And no, it's more. I think 26. I don't know. My niece is married, 10 years? Yep. My little sister, I don't know, you all. I can't keep up with all this stuff. 6 years coming up. And I've been divorced a long time. And this is life. This is the way God got me set up. So their life is not my life. My life isn't their life. We're all on our own path. Embrace where you are. You are unique. No one can be like you. You don't want to be a carbon copy of nobody else. So that's pretty much all I got. What you got to say about that? What you gonna say about that? Drop me some comments. Thank you all for watching. I hope something I said made you feel a little bit better, because I know we can kind of beat ourselves up. Don't do that. Don't do that. Give yourself grace. And some people that's giving you negativity, you give them space. And it's all good. It's going to all work out for you. Everything is working out for my highest good. All is well. All is well for you. Everything's working out for your highest good. God bless you all. Bye bye.